Dolly Madison was married to the fourth President of the United States, James Madison. As First Lady, she is remembered as a colorful and gracious hostess, and had a warm personality. She is often credited for saving a famous portrait of George Washington, as well as other state documents, when the British burned the White House. The seventh President of the United States, Andrew Jackson, was born on the North Carolina-South Carolina border. He served as commander at the Battle of New Orleans and later helped shape the modern Democratic Party. Known as Old Hickory, Jackson was admired for his toughness and embracing the common man, but criticized for his support of slavery and Indian removal. James K. Polk, 11th President of the United States, was noted for his foreign policy successes. He led the nation in the Mexican-American War and oversaw the country's expansion all the way to the Pacific Ocean. Known as a tireless worker, Polk served only one term and died 3 months after he left office. The 17th President of the United States, Andrew Johnson, took office after the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. He presided over the Reconstruction era after the Civil War and was impeached in 1868. Tried in the Senate, he was acquitted by a single vote. Zebulon Vance was governor of North Carolina during the Civil War. He was re-elected in 1876 and also served in the United States Senate. Vance was considered a great orator and a prodigious writer. The first African American to serve in the United States Senate, Hiram Revels was also a minister, civil rights advocate, and college president. He was known for his impressive public speaking abilities. Secretary of the Navy, ambassador to Mexico, and newspaper editor, Josephus Daniels was an influential North Carolinian throughout his life. His family owned the Raleigh News and Observer for many decades until its sale in 1995. Walter Hines Page was a journalist, publisher, and diplomat. He was the U.S. ambassador to the United Kingdom in World War I. He was one of the key figures involved in bringing the United States into the war on the Allied side. Max Gardner, a North Carolina governor, businessman, lawyer, and senator, helped establish a Democratic Party dynasty in North Carolina. He was governor during part of the Great Depression and is considered father of the UNC system. Gardner-Webb University bears his name to this day. Gardner was the only person ever to be captain of the University of North Carolina Tar Heels and North Carolina State Wolfpack football teams. Frank Porter Graham was president of the University of North Carolina and also served as a United States Senator. He also served as a UN diplomat and was known for his progressive political views. He is also brother of Moonlight Graham, made famous by the Field of Dreams movie. North Carolina Governor, United States Senator, and presidential candidate, Terry Sanford was also an FBI agent, lawyer, World War II hero, and president of Duke University. He was known for his progressive leadership on civil rights and education. Bill Clinton once called Sanford one of the most influential Americans of the last 50 years. Sam Ervin was a United States Senator for 30 years. Senator Sam described himself as a country lawyer. He is remembered for helping bring down Senator Joseph McCarthy and also for his investigation of Richard Nixon during the 1970s Watergate scandal. five-time United States Senator, Republican Jesse Helms was best known as a conservative standard bearer. He is a controversial figure in North Carolina and the United States due to his stands on civil rights, gay rights, feminism, and government support for the arts. Helms was credited for providing excellent constituent services through his Senate office. Both loved and loathed, Helms was a true original in American politics. Jim Hunt was the longest-serving governor in North Carolina history and was elected 4 times. He is remembered for his educational achievements, including his early support of the Smart Start program. Hunt is also known for his unsuccessful effort to defeat Jesse Helms as U.S. Senator in a bitter 1984 campaign. Harvey Gantt is remembered as the first African-American mayor of Charlotte, North Carolina. A professional architect, he lost 2 bids to defeat Jesse Helms as United States Senator. Gantt was the first African-American to be admitted to Clemson University in 1963. North Carolina's first female United States Senator, Elizabeth Dole, also served as Secretary of Transportation under Ronald Reagan and Secretary of Labor under George Bush. She is also married to former Senator Bob Dole. Elizabeth Dole also served as President of the American Red Cross. Thad Ure was a North Carolina political figure and holds the record for longest tenure as a North Carolina Secretary of State. He also held public office for 64 continuous years, a record for any public official at that time. He was known as the oldest rat in the Democratic barn. Erskine Bowles is a businessman and political figure who served as President Bill Clinton's Chief of Staff. He was also president of the UNC system. Recently, Bowles has been working on a commission on how to reduce the country's budget deficit.